So hello everybody. I'm gonna wait for my monitor to catch up with me here. There it is. I got y'all something to read right off the bat here. So hello everybody. I got Tammy sitting here with me. I like to kinda gotta get in the mood there, y'all. Oh, y'all see what that woman wrote? I think like she might need to learn how to spell her name. Shame on you two for not checking on Miss Helen today. Pray for both. Pray for you both. And three people liked it. And then you see what I put there. Hey man, what's wrong with everybody? you know, it's the way they want it to be. And you think what I say matters? Not in the least. Yeah, we was worried this morning. Yeah. Well, hello to everybody. Hey, we got a pretty good crowd in here tonight. Did y'all see that, boy? Whenever I seen that right there, there wasn't no likes on that. And Jamie did go down there this morning. It is. Yeah, I know she done this on Tammy's channel. And then I seen she made two more comments on this channel here, Southern Ideas. You think you think what I say matters to that woman right there? It don't matter one bit what I say. She's like, well, I don't like you anyway. If I took her a banana split, it wouldn't make no difference. I don't know why she would think that. I mean, what would make her just assume? Tim said, because she ain't got good sense. And I mean, people don't know what we're doing. She's stupid. She don't know what you guys do. She judge. Yeah. Hey, that's right, Myrtle. I might put that up again in a minute for everybody to see it. Damien went out there and checked on her. We don't know why she didn't go live. We seen later that she did, you know. But Damon went in there. If people don't, I don't know why would that woman assume? I mean, just, man. I tell y'all what. Oh, yeah, somebody else did say something too. But I just went ahead and blocked them. I'll tell y'all, I do got like a couple of things on my mind. But, and I'm waiting for like some, this cooler weather to get there. It was acting like it was going to get cooler there one time, and it warmed back up. And man, it's like over there at Stevens, like over there messing with them boats and stuff. I mean, it's hot weather. Speaking about the boats, yeah, I didn't thank her for the food. Well, I done it on chat, on the phone, damn it. Yeah, that food was good, Jenny, and it was still a little bit warm whenever I got to the house too. But I went and paid that guy for the motor. We went the other day and paid him for the boat, and I told him that he told me to check the motor out, make sure it's okay and everything, and we did, and I went and paid him, and the power trim was working on it, and Stephen got over there to working on his power trim, and he was taking parts off of his boat, off of his power trim, put them on mine, put mine on there, trying to see what was wrong. And now both power trims don't work. But I have studied it and I do understand it. And whenever I go over there tomorrow, I'm going to know exactly what's wrong. Because I know how to check each individual thing. And I'm ready to get that thing on that boat. And man, I believe, now, I don't know for sure, but I believe when I get that motor on that boat, then I'm going to be thinking about camping. No, that thing costs too much money to let it be sitting out there. But man, we're going to get them straightened out, y'all. I ain't never had no power trim problems before. And I mean, it's kind of it's a little bit complicated, uh, how it works. But I went and read how it worked, and I knew a little bit how it worked, but I know how to check each individual working piece of it. Oh, Hey, Michelle, and hello, everybody. Oh, I went the other day and I was talking to a couple of men that I knew, and we was talking, and I know them two men used to be a little bit, they had some dog in them. And I ain't never had that in me bad. Never. I never have. I never have had that in me bad. But I said, I told them two men, I said, ain't you glad you ain't like that no more? You know, like want to mess with the women. He said, no. He said, I still like to mess with the women. And the other one said it too. And then you just wonder, you know, I sit there and wonder about that kind of thing. You know what else? And hey, Miss Gladys, and I mean, all this stuff I've thought about a lot, you know. You know, them summer guns. I sure am. I sure am nice, lady. I'm just a smoking. Got one in my hand right now. Hey, I reckon before I get too deep into that, when I go over there and watch Steve and y'all, I want to chew my cigarette. I don't want to smoke it. I want to chew it. Hey, I mean, he about drives me crazy watching him working. Hey, the motor's working. It's just a power trim, you know, that lets the motor up and down. It ain't working on either boat. And I already think I know what's wrong with both of them now that I went and studied how it works. But I mean, that's even something else for. He dropped the bolt down in my motor. I said, you want me to go get a mate? He said, no, I get it with this screwdriver. He said, I better not touch that no more. He said, it's about to fall down all the way down in there. Can't get it out. And I said, all right, well, we got over there working on his motor. Bolt still laying there, the little nut, still laying there. Then we was back over there on my motor in a few minutes, or he was, you know. I was standing there. And he cranked it up. Where do you think the bolt went, the nut? I don't know. Well, y'all, this is the comment I was showing before y'all come in here. I'll let y'all read it. Oh, the lady assumed we didn't go down there. Tammy went down there to Mama's this morning when she wasn't live. Tammy went. Get in the zone, Hodges zone. Yeah. Hey, y'all. The nut is down in the motor, down in the foot. So I'll be riding along there 75, 80 miles an hour, just the motor just. Hey, they something else, ain't they? You can tell that's my writing there. See, I didn't capitalize team. You know, I don't know why it shows up that Danny Stephen Hodges. But I reckon that's my main channel, my number one channel there. Oh, it don't matter if Tammy, what channel we on, I think that's how it shows up. But we still don't know why she didn't go live. It was a very short conversation. Huh? You heard her say that on the video? She told you this morning. What I'm saying, Tammy, it's a short conversation. Damon said she said on the video that stomach was bothering her. But I ain't got nothing to say about that, y'all. I you know, just explaining, this right here. We see that right there all the time. Yeah, I mean, we didn't know. Hey, y'all, I didn't stop loving my mama. And Tammy didn't either. Stephen didn't either. But man, y'all, they'll stand there and act like they like you. They'll stand and act like they like me. I'm proud I don't have that dog in me, boy. But they'll stand there. They'll stand there and make out like they like you. You think they gonna tell you? You think they gonna tell you? I don't think so. Hey, they'll tell you they don't care. You can't change the minds of the foolish. That's right. Hey, living life. I mean, you know, I made a couple of videos the other night or something other, other day, other night. And when Mama didn't go live, they was all coming over here watching them do videos. What a whole channel. And this might sound kind of crazy for y'all. I really wasn't wanting to broadcast that to the whole world. I wanted to, the chatters and few people that watch. But then, like, when the stragglers start coming in there, I took them videos and put them on private. When the stragglers started coming in there. Like, like, I'm going to watch something. I don't care what, I'm going to watch something. And they was all coming in there, had my channel lit up like a Christmas tree. Watching, and I put them on private. They think you living life. Hey, I love you too, living life. Thank you for that super chat. It's nice get a super chat every now and then. It makes you feel better. Makes you feel good all under. Yeah, and people was coming in there watching. I took it and put it on private. And then it channel lightened up. Grandma done her video and I put them back up. But like, I had that for like the regular viewers, because you know that you're not gonna change their mind. And I'm not even gonna try to neither. Don't care, the more you do YouTube, you you start caring less. Cause I was pretty well a firecracker when I first got on here. And hey boy, like me, I reckon like if you got somebody hollering at you and stuff, and you like start caring for them less and less. I reckon. And these men I'm talking about, y'all, got that dog in them, same age as me. And you'd think they'd grow out of that a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you something, like, you can't listen to what somebody says. And then they'll tell you, like, nah, I don't care nothing about that. But they care a lot more than you know. And I mean, it's everybody. No matter how pretty the wife is. You know, I I wouldn't want to trade my wife. Hey, I like women too. I like pretty women. Let's see. I heard one of the men say the other day. They showing a picture of the deer, and this is men talking, y'all. I heard one of them say. One of them had his phone out, gonna show the deer picture. Said, "You want to see this?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Uh, something like, something like, that deer's like a naked woman. Want to see her too? A picture. If it don't matter none, but want to see both of them." It's like I'm sitting there. I used to be around some people like that. I reckon 25 years ago. And I said, man, what's wrong with y'all? And I guess they's about the age I am now. I said, man, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, I am looking to have a pretty woman. That don't matter to a man. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of them, boy. And if you stand and listen to them talking, they'll fool you now. I mean, I'm telling you. And it don't matter what they are neither. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? What, uh, like doctors and lawyers and roofers. They don't matter. I mean, I'm telling you, it's kind of unbelievable to me. Like I don't understand. They showed me the picture too, but like, but I don't think I'm not gonna go after her. Oh, I put that brother James Covington on here the other day. So I took a little clip of Tammy talking about brother James, and I put it on this channel, and it lost 2 subscribers, by the way. But and Tammy doing a fine job of talking about him and everything, but I mean, I kind of wanted to say some stuff too. He's he used to come over here all the time. As Steve was married to his first wife, Bentley's mama. And he do what, Tim? Oh yeah, it was his second wife, and he'd come over here. I used to be sitting at the kitchen table. I'd be sitting there drinking a beer. Man, he'd come around and sit down. We'd sit down there and talk and talk and talk. It wasn't no hurry up visit. He was amazed at all the inventions and stuff. And y'all, I got a lot of them. You just don't know about them. It ain't all on YouTube, but that trailer Steven's got over there, that's my trailer. One of them is. And I had that thing fixed up like a log truck. It pick up logs. I'm talking about big logs. I had a winch. I bought a winch. Had that thing where it picks stuff up. It pick up 8,000 pounds. And he was amazed at that. And then, which, like what I say, y'all, I done a lot of stuff, that like you don't know about. I really just about got tired of just doing stuff all the time, take all day long. The stuff you see on TV ain't real. Takes a long time to do stuff. Like this old house and stuff like that. Hey, you see like two or three people working with the cameras on. And the camera gets shut off. They bring 15 people in there for the next episode next week. But me and Brother James, boy, we talk and talk and talk. And, you don't see many people, that you just bond with. You would never believe me going on a trip with a preacher. That statement right there ought to tell everybody something. Right there. Me going on a trip with a preacher. But like I could fit in. I fit in with anybody, yo. Poor folks. I don't particularly like the way some rich folks think. But a lot of people that's got money, all you want, you might know it, but not from them telling you. But like, you could tell, if you're around them a little bit. But like some of the rich folks, I just don't, I just don't care to hang out with them. And then some of the rich folks, me and Tammy's went and alien burns. Me, yeah, we know how to get a tag, believe it or not. Oh, she won't know how to do it. Well, in Georgia, you call the state patrol out because we've done it before. And they'll give you a little plate to go on there. And they check the lights and make sure all that's right and everything. And, I mean, it ain't no problem. Because that wooden trailer Stevens got, that was a camper. And I took it, cut it down and all that, made me a trailer I could haul metal with. I had some mobile home axles and I welded them under there. Like I say, y'all out doing so much stuff that I about just got burned out about doing it. But and his brother James, me and brother James, we was always gonna go fishing. Never did. He's come to see me. I went and seen him and Miss Ola and sat over there with him. Without Tammy. Well, we was that good of friends. I'd sit down there sit down there and talk to him, you know. Always try to have a few minutes, you know. Always try to have a few minutes. But I never get no hurry, y'all. But I ain't never seen nobody like him. I ain't never seen nobody that wouldn't say something about somebody. Buddy, he wouldn't do it. Hey, Rita. He wouldn't do it now. Hey, I had trouble with Steven one time. Me and Tammy did. That wife wouldn't let us see Bentley, you know. And he had to comply. He thought he did. He thought he did. But he didn't have to. He just thought he did. That brother James, he knew I was right. Hey, he'd sit here and listen, he'd talk. But I ain't never once heard him make one bad comment to nobody. You know, and when Tammy went to see him the other day, she was telling me how bad they wanted me to come over there and see him. Brother James, you know, I mean, he was kind of getting old, feeble, Tammy said. And you know, you always gonna do that, you know. You always gonna go do that. You always gonna go over there and it's kind of easier said than done, ain't it, y'all? No, we need to go. And I mean, things just ain't never just exactly a perfect time, I reckon, to do anything. I told Tammy, like, if you sit around, you know, if you get used to sitting around, that's what you want to do. And you know, we got these lives rolling off, you know, and I'm not helping Stephen and was helping Mama, and you know, like, you know, I'm glued, you know. I mean, y'all know. What, Tim?
Janice Miller Fordham, she's been tracking her family tree, and she said we are related, and she just sent me a picture of it. Well, we are related.
Hey, you want a mic, Tim? Baby, I can't be carrying on a conversation with you. You want a mic?
No, I just no, I don't reckon. I'm sorry.
She said no, she don't reckon. Man, I'm
Well, I
completely.
got a sad news later than this. So.
Hey, y'all, we went about a year, but didn't see Bentley. And Bentley come over here the other day, and you know, I mean, he amazes you about, you know, if you just listen to him talking and stuff. I said, is the girls messing with you yet? You know, 'cause he's a cute little joker, you know. He's got a good body and everything, you know. It's a granddad. They been mess on me. I said, the hell? And he do like the he acts like the grown men, you know. If I don't I ain't worried about him. But I actually think, he's not yet. I really believe. Well, they never caught him lying. But hey, we went through a pretty bad time. I always felt like, and this is just me, not even talking about Tammy, but I always thought I deserved better than not be able to see Stephen nor Bentley because of a woman. She didn't like us because we knew too much. And y'all seen that before. Probably ain't telling you nothing that you ain't never heard of, and I recognize men like that. Seem like to me there's a bunch of women, that they don't want you listening to nobody else but them. And I mean I know there's men like that too. I just don't know many of them, or they keep it to themselves, you know. They don't want you listening, especially to somebody like me. Especially somebody like me. But we, I mean, and that was a big old mess there, just like what we got going right now. That was just a big old mess, man. And they, I don't know how they done it, but they come over here for Christmas, and all was forgiven, all was forgot. And anyway, I don't hardly know what I'd have done without Brother James. Boy, and he knew too. He knew, he knew. And I wasn't a I wasn't a daddy like my daddy was. I was at all the birthday parties, everything. All the ball games, all the practices, all the everything. I was there. Just like I am right now. You see me going over there to Stevens where you don't always see me. But like I'm over there and I got 2 cigarettes. I'm actually smoking one and I'm chewing the other and watching him working. He's losing his wrench. He's losing his nut. He's losing his boat. He's losing his head. He's losing his shoe.
Lose his patience today.
And I'm not standing there watching him, boy. Yeah, that's right, Cindy Lou. But I mean, Cindy, they some unhinged people, man. And I mean, I don't think it would do no good to tell them. Um, I made some videos for the people that watch us. I wasn't trying to change their, their mind. I don't think you could. But they started like coming over there today on my channel. I took them videos and put them on private. Cause I made them videos like for the people that support us. And I ain't want everybody to see it. And I mean, you wouldn't believe how that man you in a knot. You in a knot, man. That's your mom. That you love. But then I love my family too. I mean, Tammy and Steven, and myself. I mean, that's one hell of a bad position, boy. Oh, I like get aggravated. Like kind of fight it off. Wake up, with that. Wake up, my brain done thought about it all night long while I was sleeping. Kind of shake it off. And then it's right back, man. I mean, everybody loses subscribers. And I mean, I'm telling you, that's a hell of a tough spot to be in, boy. If it had been anybody else, they would have, like, would never leave their house again. Yes, hey, boy, I mean, that's a, you make a video and then, it might be 4 hours and 5 hours. Why did I do that? Why did I mean, damn, can't you just look over? No, it's hard to look over. It's very hard to look over. I mean, Steven's liable to have to go get him a job, boy. You know, he ain't. Uh, he ain't doing that great on YouTube. And I mean, losing your subscribers is tough, but seeing Miss Helen avoiding y'all because of her subscribers is different. It's difficult for me. Yeah, I mean, you got them people like this steady making you mad all day long. And it didn't matter what you do, it don't matter what you say, you're not going to change their mind. And you're like constantly getting hit. Yeah, I know, Tina. I can't, if people won't listen to me, it don't hardly do me no good to tell them that. Man, I told him about put that coffee channel on there, man. Said, I don't care if you don't do nothing, go down there and feed the goats. Put that camera on. He done a concert tonight, but he just done it on that, that double T. You know what gets you? Here's what gets you, like, see crazy people, like, actually think you don't care about your mama. And I do, boy. But I also care about Tammy and Steven and myself. Yeah, I've been seeing a little bit of that there, Pamela. Yeah, it's hard, y'all. That's a tough spot, boy. That's a tough spot, be in. Hey, hey, boy, maybe, like, maybe this will pass. I mean, I'm telling you, I was in a tough spot with Steven there one time, boy. I didn't see no way back. Yep. Oh, I see that there, Miss Helen. Hell, y'all, I've been in just as tough a spot with Stephen before. A woman standing in between us. Man, that hurt my heart so bad, boy. And wasn't nothing we could do, nothing we could say. Tammy actually took it pretty good. I didn't. I didn't know it. Bent was over here yesterday. That's right, Cindy. And whenever they went to court, y'all, Stephen got Bentley. She got another youngin. Got three youngins by three different men. Bentley's got actually like an older brother. And he was talking about him. He was talking about the older brother. And I don't know. He was talking about, I know what he was talking about. He was talking about how pretty his older brother's girlfriend was. And then I don't know how we got into this, but but he told me he didn't live there no more. His older brother. He just graduated last year. But he told me that he said, man, he hadn't lived there since we went to court. That boy moved in with his daddy. I didn't ever know that. Oh, she just got one youngin' at home. And I mean, boy, man, I'm glad that ship done sailed. All his girlfriends he's had, they think he wants her back because that's what men do. But y'all don't know the wild ride he took. If you knew the wild ride he took, you would say, yeah, I don't think he wants no more of the Buck and Bronco because he had a pretty wild ride. Hey there, Mr. Ed, how you doing, man? Hey, Ed, did you see me go over there to your house when they were shooting doves? Hey, y'all, that was a mess, boy.
He ain't seen you because he didn't come out the house.
Yeah, but he might have not. Well, he might have not knew I was over there. He might have been asleep, but he probably seen the video later or whatever. So we had a road down there at Dale's, and he said he was kind of making out like they're doing pretty good. But Dale, when I was talking to Dale, he told me to come on back. Ezra had just come out on the porch as you were leaving out the driveway. Oh, really? Yeah, I was looking at your wife out there with that dog on the leash. I didn't even see you on the porch. I would have at least thrown my hand up.
Oh,
And that Ed Higgs there, y'all, he's a long, long old friend. He's same age as White Earp. And I met Ed there when he was about 15 years old. He was driving, didn't even have no driver's license. We, we was on the same hunting land. And I seen him over there. And I told him just enough about me. He tracked me down later and come to the house, him and his wife. And man, that's where it started. And it ain't over yet. I was thinking about Ed the other day. I kind of want to get back to fishing in the river. And it's really nice on that pontoon boat. No, it's like fishing in your living room. If I ever get that motor on my boat, and I hated that big motor I had tore up. I do hate it. But that motor was real big. That was a big motor for that boat. A 175 horse little pontoon boat. I was wanting that run, Stephen, and I did too. But I actually got down what I needed, to get that 70 horsepower. It ain't real heavy. Them old heavy motors make your boat sit down in the back like a man, like I don't know what. But it'll fly though, but it don't go fast very much on a pontoon boat. Yeah, I got a 70 horse, Ed. I don't know if you've seen it, Ed, but we went to the river on this channel right here. My motor messed up. I think Dirt Novels got in there and stopped my tail from spitting out the water. And hey, I didn't know it. And by the time I did know it, it was too late. I went out there and looked at the other day. And that thing's fried. I took the key and turned the motor over. It went ramp, ramp, ramp. And when you hear that, it ain't good. If the motor was all right, I could have fixed everything else on the outside of the motor that messed up. But when you hear the inside of that motor going ramp, ramp, when you turn the key, it's all over, baby. You can take that thing and throw it out there with the others. But yeah, I bought a 70 horsepower Johnson Evan from David. He had one. It's funny that he told me a week before I'm still looking for a pontoon boat. And a bunch of them on the marketplace, Evan, but they kind of high. You have to kind of find a good deal. Oh, I bought at David, you know what I'm talking about, Ed. He had a 70 horse and he had a pontoon boat that he's making a houseboat out of that he could go, down to the Omaha and he could fish on it plus sleep in it. Oh, I bought the motor. Stephen bought the pontoon boat, and it was a good deal. It was a good deal on it. And Stephen bought the pontoon boat. Y'all might have think he bought it for pleasure, but he actually bought it as an investment. And he's like gonna be making camping videos and stuff. Oh, he could work on it, and he can work on it on his lives until he gets it ready. And then he can take it out, you know, to the lake and stuff, and spend the night. And y'all being there at night, and him live. And like I say, it's kind of more like an investment than it is he wanted it. But he's already got a pontoon boat, see. And White Earp was on standby. White Earp said, well, if he don't want it, I'll take it myself. And White Earp wanted it. White Earp wanted it to take down to Half Moon Lake. He was going to take it and use it for a dock. Them things make good docks, you can. Because the thing about a river, you can't just make a dock like at a pond. Them rivers go up and down. Them pontoon boats is real good. Them pontoons is real good because they'll go up and down with the river. You just have to make the platform that's walking out there to it. You have to make it where it's hinged. Oh, it'll go up when the river goes up. It'll go down when the river goes down. And that's what White Earp's going to do with it. Yep. You'll see, Stephen. You will see when he gets him motor straightened out, y'all, and I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to straighten the trim out now. Because I actually understand it. And I mean, I understand it like I do roofing. I understand it like stuff I understand the best in my life. I understand that trim and how each piece is wired and how to check it, each piece, to make sure it's working right because there's some working parts there. And I completely understand it. I'm going to put this back up. I know people come and go. Let y'all read this comment. And, y'all, we're going to get everything's going to return back to normal. We're going to get everything returned back to normal. You see, the woman that wrote the comment, and then you see the comment that I wrote to her. You know nothing. I was watching, when I first invented TV antenna, y'all, I was wanting to watch this show they got on this local TV station. Real low power station, And it if it's a long ways off, you couldn't hardly pick it up. You still can't. So I made an antenna where I could watch that station because it wasn't on cable or nothing. It wasn't on cable. It wasn't on satellite. You had to have an antenna to watch it. There was this woman on there. It was called Oconee Trading Post. And people would call in with stuff to sell. People would call in wanting to buy something. And they'd leave the phone number and all that. And we all used to watch it because of the woman. I ain't never bought nothing on there. I ain't never sold nothing on there. But that woman, she thought she was smart. And she didn't know how dumb she was. And she was a trip just watching her. People used to call in, making prank phone calls, and we did too. Me and Steve and my brother, we'd call in making prank calls. I'd call in, told them I wanted to buy some cats and give my Evan's phone number. And she actually believed it when we called in talking about want to buy some cats. She actually believed that. She said, I think you might get quite a few calls wanting to buy a cat. But it was a prank. We was giving our buddies giving our buddies phone number. The buddies call in to the show and tell me, don't call me about no cats. Somebody gave my phone number out. But that woman on that show, she had like she knew what you was doing at your house. She'd get all over you about not having your pen and piece of paper. She'd get on you. I told y'all to get your pen and piece of paper out. And you don't know what people's doing. It's got so bad there, she got so bad there that the man that owned the TV station walked out there and told her to quit acting like she knew what everybody was doing. And I already knew that, but like on YouTube, everybody don't hear what you doing or what you saying. They can be sitting there listening or, might be the phone might ring or, for whatever reason. Everybody don't hear every word you say. And that woman thought she knew what everybody was doing. And hey, boy, she's like listening, I think like we called in one time talking about, yeah, we put up TV antennas. She said, look, you can't see. We put up TV antennas. I said, all right, well, tell me what I'm supposed to say. She said, you can say you have an antenna to sell. And I already had a deal with the man at the TV station. I was selling him antennas and I was selling for a day. That's before I started on eBay. I was selling for a day, putting up for a day. And man, they was getting viewers coming in because, you had to have an antenna to watch it. Man, like she jumped on me. And she was just constantly, like the statement here, the woman, like, I don't know what make her know neither one of us went down to grandma's. I don't know what would make her assume that. But she already had that plan right in her little head. They wound up firing that woman. They put another woman up there that had some good level-headed sense. And the show went under. I mean, like, people quit calling in. And it used to be like this, one phone call right behind another. One man's called in talking about he lost his bulldog. A few minutes later, a man called in and say, well, he said, like, I lost a white bulldog. I was trying to find him. Then a few minutes later, a man called in. It's a prank. He'd say, I got a bulldog in here that's jumping on my cows and, like done took some out. He's just like calling in like he ain't had no dog messing with his cows. It's like if you were smart enough, you would know everything that's going on that show. And it's like, like that woman there, this comment here. I said, Tammy, every time we ever went to watch a wrestling, I said, did you know that somebody's trying to get in the ring? And you know what I'm talking about? Everybody ain't got no full deck, boy. Somebody's like trying to get in the ring. My brother was one of them. He'd like go to a wrestling match. He'd be drinking. The referee was cheating. And he'd fight anyway. There you go trying to get in the ring. Like I had to get him. They got the law standing there. They got the law standing around the ring for people that the elevator don't go to the top trying to get in the ring. gonna find somebody that can do 100 push-ups non-stop. Do 100 push-ups in 5 minutes. And they think they want to get in the ring with them. But I mean, they people sitting at home. They like believe that stuff, boy. And when they have an event like that, there's always somebody trying to get in the ring. And that's like the kind of person who wrote that comment right there, y'all. I do get tired of that. Keep me aggravated. It ain't bad as it used to be because there's been about 100 people blocked. And if you don't block them, they be making some kind of wild comment, sit there and type for 30 or 45 minutes, making a nothing. And they they like the woman on TV 35. They think they can see what we're doing here at this house. I live right across the street from Steve, and I said, "Man, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing so and so." I said, "What are you doing when you ain't doing that? What are you doing?" What are you doing all day long? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I live right across the street. And it's my son. I talk to him every once in a while, too. I was over there this morning. I was over there trying to tell him something other. Man, I stepped right in front of that double T video, and I didn't mean to get in that video. I was I was looking at the motor, and I reckon I just forgot about the camera. I was trying to tell him. He's trying to talk while I was trying to tell him. I said, "No, man, listen to me, what I'm saying. Listen to me." Because I knew a little bit of how that power trim worked. I knew a little bit, but I didn't know all about it. But I do now. So when I go over there tomorrow, I'm going to find out what's wrong with the power trim on both of them boats. You might have missed it. the motor I bought, the power trim was working on it fine. And he was taking parts, swapping them back and forth, got both of them where they ain't working now. I come home and I went and paid that boy and come home and rested some and got on the internet like studying how that power trim, how it works. It's actually it is complicated. Too complicated. Like I could tell you probably, but you probably still wouldn't know. I could show you, but it's kind of complicated. I got a bunch more backgrounds made, y'all. I kind of saved the good ones for Tammy. I don't know what time Tammy's gonna be on tomorrow. You got that funeral tomorrow, ain't you, Tammy?
Yeah. It'll be later in the afternoon, after 4.
And she want to go one of the Grand Boys baseball games. And she can't make up her mind whether she wants to go or.
I won't go. I don't make my mind.
Oh no, so now she's decided she's gonna go. I said, well, do whatever you want to do, but like, don't let no men be looking at you now. Yeah, proud Texan. I'm like, I don't know why these. I mean, I mean, I do know why. I mean, the elevator don't go to the top, but it would embarrass me to like just be wrong. Danny, did you ever watch the Golden Glove boxing? Oh, hey, I watched a bunch of boxing. I don't know about glow.
She said she boxed in it one year.
Oh, really? I hear you. I didn't ever box too much. I'd always wind up getting mad. I didn't ever care for that boxing, but I would fight, but I didn't care for that boxing too much. But yeah, that's kind of something else, Kathy. I was watching some women mud wrestling yesterday on YouTube. That's pretty good. I was kind of couldn't hardly believe how they wanted to get in that mud and their face was muddy and they had bikinis on. They couldn't hardly keep the bikini straight. They done got muddy. I couldn't hardly understand why they wanted to do that. Still don't understand. But the audience liked it. Great grandma watched a woman roller derby. Timmy said she watched it. I watched it some too. That roller derby, I think, was like the wrestling. And there's actually people that get mad, but all in all, they friends. They all, you know, ride on one bus. All the famous wrestlers y'all know. They would all ride on one bus to a city. The good guys and the bad guys rode together on one bus. The best of friends you ever seen. I don't think I'd want to do that, y'all. I bet you was. I bet you was pretty fast. Yeah, yeah. I used to like the. I used to watch the roller derby. It was pretty rough, wasn't it? Hey, I mean, that hurt, boy, and that wrestling too. You pick somebody up shoulder high or over your head, throw them down on the mat. I don't imagine that feels very good.
Yes, it was a T-bird.
The T-birds, Tammy said it was the T-birds. I ain't thought about that roller derby in a long time. I don't even reckon they even do it no more. They used to be on TV, you know. And I used to like to watch the women. Imagine that. Y'all probably used to like to watch the men. I used to like to watch the women. And I actually had a video I was going to show y'all. I reckon I done, about changed my mind about it. This about don't put your money in the bank. And I mean, it's the same thing I've been telling y'all. In the bank, your money ain't doing nothing. It ain't doing nothing in the bank. You actually put that money in some kind of stock or, buy something where the money will grow with the times. I was talking to a man today on the phone. He bought some gold, a lot, a pretty good bit, sounded like. And he said he bought it at, I think it's $1,500 an ounce. Whatever it is today is what you pay. Oh, I hear you there. Whatever gold is, if you were to buy some today, you pay whatever the price is. But in 10 years, whatever that gold is in 10 years is, what it's worth. And he was telling me that when he bought that gold, it was $1,500 an ounce. And he said today, yeah, is that what it is? That's what he was saying. When he bought it, it was 1,500 an ounce, and he sold it. And look at, hey y'all, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, he bought that at $1,500 and sold it, and they was saying it's worth about $3,800 an ounce. They say, don't put your money in the bank. In 2000, it was $290 per ounce. How about that? Me and Tammy's been watching that Gold Rush a little bit on TV. It's reruns, I reckon. But I used to watch that stuff all the time. Y'all, I think I'm gonna shut her down. Show y'all this one more time. It's what a woman wrote on my channel, on Tammy's channel. Ain't no telling how many likes it's got now.
West Lump scored 70 points in their game tonight.
Dang.
Yes, scored 55.
Hey, living life, how'd your daughter, how'd she turn out? Yeah, hey, Evan, I ain't never seen that. I've looked for that show, and I ain't never seen that again. Yeah, tell me how your daughter turned out. Living life, I forgot what night it was, but she was talking about, I am blocking some of them. I'm kind of lightening up on the blocking because, I mean, I know that probably a lot of them people will come around. But Tammy's really got a good channel, y'all. And we actually got a girl gonna get on there with her. We think, Tammy said we think. But like she's somebody like Tammy. And man, Tammy's coming along pretty good, boy. Uh, One episode, and yep. It could be like us and like don't have enough money that it don't matter that much if it's in the bank or not. Most people, live from check to check. I don't know why, all the money they give away. I mean, I don't know why they don't help us out a little more. The folks that's done work their whole life just living close. It's I mean the money, I mean we would spend it and it'd get right back into circulation. Yeah, yeah, I see that there, Sippy. But I mean that's man, that is nothing there. You ought to see what all I do take down and stuff. Keep me aggravated all the time. Yeah, the other countries and stuff. Yeah, I was about to forget about that, Sippy. Yeah, man, I seen them today, they didn't have a government shutdown. And the Democrats won't they plan on going to try to shut the government down because they want the people that's coming over here to get money. Hey, it's kind of hard to do, Miss Helen. It really is. Hey, me and Tammy's done got mad, like 2 or 3 times a day, aggravated. Yeah, don't be telling nobody that. You might even want to take that down, Kimber. And there's crazy people watching y'all. She has been going to the doctors for 5 years thinking her heart was off. Finally, the ER doctor found she had. Yeah, okay, they're living now. Hey, yeah, y'all, it's a big old mess. And I hope it gets straightened out. Let let the temperature come down some. People agitating don't help, you know. And I mean, the temperature needs to come down some. Keep hoping, oh, it's in the bank. Okay. Safe at the bank. Well, I hear you. But then you might be okay then, Kim. Yeah, we need the temperature to calm down. You know, it might take a little while, y'all, but things will get back to normal. Just might take a little while. I mean? Hell, boy's mad. She's mad too. Hell, was mad. You ever been mad before? No, you would never be mad. Reckon them people that the elevator don't go all the way to the top, reckon they ever get mad? I want to tell y'all, I'm living life. Thank you, sweetheart, for that super chat. If got $20 a day super chat, man, I'd be on here 2 times a day. Talking about, you won't believe what just happened to me. I'd be saying something other. But yeah, thank you, Pamela. That's mighty nice of you. And she's always giving super chats, y'all. Thank you, Pamela. And y'all, sometime tomorrow or Tammy will be live. It might be later on in the.
It'll definitely be after 4 o'clock, maybe around 5 or so.
Tim said it might be 4 or 5 o'clock, but when everybody knows she's going live, I'll schedule it. Try to schedule in plenty of time that y'all see it. She's gonna get on there, and I'll be on there with her. We can get a hold to the new girl. We'll get her on there. She'll be a good one, y'all. She'll be a good one. I've thought long and hard about somebody good to get on there with Tammy. That people just naturally like. I mean, some people, just natural people just like them. And she's one of them. She really is. Or uh, she got a divorce one time, and like I thought her husband ought to come over here and let me wet his head. I mean, she's such a good woman. But you know how a man is. He just wants just what he can't get. Y'all don't know nobody like that, do you? Nah, me neither. Thank you, Pamela. And thank y'all. Thank everybody coming in. Later, Hodge. All right, there, Mr. Higgs. Y'all Tammy be on tomorrow. I don't know about Steven. I'm gonna go there and fix some motors in the morning. As soon as I drink some coffee and everything. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all kind of understanding the rocky waters. And I do believe y'all understand it. Hey, Miss Carol. Y'all ain't a tea sleeper. I'm about to forget about tea sleeper. Oh, y'all. Hey, boy, like we're gonna get back to normal. I really didn't have a whole lot of good stuff to say tonight, but we're gonna try to get back to normal. If these people will let me alone, if they let me alone, I promise you we're gonna get back to normal. And I'm gonna be telling y'all some good stuff. I'm gonna make you think about everything. I might even make you laugh too. Hey, good night, everybody. Thank y'all for everything. Bye bye.